Okay, so Penn State finally, dropped their nuts, and James Franklin is fired. And I mean, I can't blame him. I mean, I would want him fired if I was a Penn State fan because I didn't do a recap last night. I was just too tired. But like last night, if you have, well, first of all, Oregon State fired their coach. I forgot his name, but yeah, he's fired too. They like because Oregon State is like 0-4 right now or something. They don't have any wins. This is what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, to be honest, like, look, I can't blame Penn State fans for this. Like, I know they're happy. I know they're happy. They're joyous. I mean, they should be because the dude could not win a big game. He just couldn't. So, and it's not that only you didn't win the big game like Oregon this year. You lost to UCLA, who was winless, but they won yesterday, like big time. They beat the brakes off of Michigan State. So, I think they turned it around. But still, they were still winless. It was embarrassing. And oh yeah, you got embarrassed by Northwestern at home last night. And I did watch the second half of that game at work, and I don't know what happened in the first half. All I do know is you didn't score a point until the second quarter. So yeah, it just had to happen. I saw Northwestern just. I mean, they were just dominating Penn State up front. It was bad, and James Franklin just stood there with his arms crossed like this. Yeah, and like, dude, you gotta get fired. I saw some videos of him, like, after the game where they were like, they were before they were singing the alma mater. He was just looking around the stadium like this, like a lost puppy. Everybody's just booing. Like, yeah, he just knew that, man. My time is really up. The donors, all this money they spent on this team. I got three transfer receivers that were all conference from the schools they were from. Um, you had the best running back duo in the nation coming back. Drew Aller, who, look, shout out to him, man. His season is done. Sadly, it's just, and I pray for him. I hate to see him go out like this. This is what all he's really going to be known for is, like, he'll do great against like bad teams, but against the good teams he'll just choke. Yeah, that, like, it's sad, man. And like I can't really forget the video I saw after the Oregon game. The Penn State fans, like, walking down the tunnel after the game saying, "Oh, F Drew Aller." They were chanting that, and like I don't agree with that. I mean, I get it. He made a mistake, but like you ain't gotta do all that. That's just over the top. I can see if it was James Franklin, cause like, man, look, the dude, yeah, he is a fraud. The dude, after like a big game, he would like argue with fans, and like even like before a spring game, I saw this video of him arguing with a fan before a spring game. I'm like, dude. I mean, they're not lying, right? Are they? Yeah, you are a fraud. Why are you arguing with fans, man? I didn't get that, but man, y'all can bring up and say, "Oh, Ryan Day called out Lou Holtz." I mean, I'd rather my coach do that than argue with a fan. That's just no. Um, oh, what else about to say? I don't know who they spent a lot of money to like get him out. I don't know who they get, and I don't know who's going to be interim, but who they get after this, I don't know. I mean, people saying, "Oh, hire Signetti." I mean, first of all, I don't think he leaves in the end. I don't think that's gonna happen. Secondly, I don't even think you have the money for that because you just spent like 58 million for for James Franklin's buyout. So like, yeah, y'all gonna have to live with that. I don't know what y'all gonna do next year for next year because like you're definitely losing recruits. I mean, it would, to be honest, it wouldn't really matter anyway because I still see some people online saying, "Oh well, you're probably gonna end up like Nebraska. You're gonna lose all these recruits and all this up." Man, look, you weren't gonna do nothing with them recruits anyway. You weren't gonna win anything. To be honest, I'd rather go like 7-5, 6-6, and not have any expectations than this. Just getting embarrassed, like you're not getting nothing out of the deal. Still, well, we made it to the Big Ten. He got to his Big Ten championship, but did he win it? No. He won it one time. Yes, he did. You know, and to be honest, the only reason you went to the Big Ten championship last year was by default. We lost to Michigan. Yes, that is on us. Yes, we lost fair and square. Y'all got in. It is what it is. But you didn't win it, right? And we got in the playoffs, but it got into the semifinal. Who got you to the semifinals? Well, who'd you beat to get there? And look, it needed to happen. I mean, I'm kind of happy for him. Yeah, happy for Penn State fans a little bit. Again, I don't know who they hire. I mean, you're gonna have limited options because you just spent all that money. So yeah, that's that. All right, yeah, I'm gonna start some recapping some games. So, all right, I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna recap some games right here. I can't really. I'm not gonna try to remember them all in my head. So, got my laptop. So yeah, I already covered the Ohio State game. I mean, yeah, I covered that yesterday in the last video I did. We dominated. People gonna say, "Oh, we struggled." No, we didn't. I don't know what game. Like, yeah, we let them score 16 points, but like 6 of those points were in garbage time. So who really cares? So Florida State lost. I watched some highlights of that. Pitt balled out. Shout out to them. Alabama beat Missouri. That was a good game. Bama. They look back. They do. They're making a comeback right now. Ole Miss, they lost to Washington State. Yeah, I watched like the first half. I mean, Ole Miss is just struggling to like get the ball down the field. It was bad, but they got it done. Yeah, they only beat them by 3 points. Notre Dame beat North Carolina State. No, I need to watch this highlights of the Colorado and Iowa State game. I need to watch that. Colorado pulls an upset on number 22 Iowa State. Georgia Tech won against Virginia Tech. Now this shocked me. Texas just absolutely just killing Oklahoma in that second half. I mean, Oklahoma, I think they were up by 3 at halftime. It could have been 9-3 if Oklahoma was just settled for a field goal instead of just trying to throw in the end zone and ended up being picked off. And it's just that was stupid. But Jonathan Tier did play, but Texas dominated, and Arch Manning looked actually kind of good. It actually looked serviceable. I wouldn't say phenomenal, it's just serviceable. And Texas' defense, I mean, they just showed out. I mean, they really shut down Oklahoma in that second half. And they shut Oklahoma down. Oklahoma didn't score any points. And so that was a good win for them. I mean, they shocked me with that. Now, this shocked me too. Indiana beating Oregon, it just dominated them. You should have just watched the game. Indiana was just clearly the better team. May not have been the most talented team on paper, but they were just the better team, better coach team. Kirk Cinetti is just a monster when it comes to coaching, and he's killing it, man. I picked Oregon. To be honest, I picked Oregon to win by 20, but obviously that didn't go as planned. So Oregon loses their first game. I mean, their season's not over yet. Obviously, I know some people want to point to that Oregon and Penn State game, saying, "Oh, well, how good really is Oregon?" Because they only beat Penn State in double overtime by 6 points. So, I mean, Oregon is still a good team, but I don't know. I think here's my theory on it. Penn State, after that Oregon game, the players, some of the coaches just gave up after that Oregon game. Man, the season's over. We're obviously seeing it. They lost 2 other games after that. Now the head coach is fired. So Tennessee beating Arkansas by only 3 points at home. Need to watch that. I didn't even know Tennessee played yesterday. Texas A&M. I watched some of that game. Yeah, they handled Florida. Uh, Texas Tech just absolutely just dog walking Kansas. I heard Texas Tech had a player go out, one of the most valuable players. I mean, but they still they still take care of business. Now I watched the second half of the Michigan USC game. USC like offensively was just running all over Michigan's defense. And not I thought this game would be a shootout because like USC's offense is just that good, and I don't think Michigan's defense will probably keep up with them. I thought Michigan would stop them a few times, and that would be the difference. I picked Michigan to win by like at least 10 points. Um, and USC's defense just shut down Michigan's offense. I've never seen anything like it. USC's defense has just been atrocious all year, and they just shut down Michigan like it was nothing. Bryce Underwood, he made some good passes. I'll say that. Andrew Marsh is a beast for Michigan. I will admit that he is a beast. Him and McCauley. And Justice Haynes, I know Justice Haynes went down, but like still the offensive line for Michigan was just abysmal when it came to like pass blocking and run blocking. So and plus the defense was just they just couldn't tackle well. That's the thing. That's their problem. They just couldn't tackle well. Um, they're not staying in their gap. They're blitzing way too much. That's Wink Martindale's like weakness. I don't even say weakness. It's just his tendency. Is just I don't get the blitzing stuff. It's like almost every third down he blitzes, and it's just I don't know. If I'm a Michigan fan, I'd be infuriated right now. Now, I did watch this Georgia-Auburn game in that second quarter until like the fourth quarter where Georgia just pulls away. I thought Auburn, I'm not usually the person that does this, but I think Auburn got a little bit held by the referees, especially when they were in on like the 1 inch line and tried to do a tush push. I thought the ball crossed the line and Jackson Arnold had control of the ball while it crossed the line. It just needs to touch the white, the first it doesn't need to cross the line completely. It just needs the ball. Tip of the ball just needs to touch, and I thought it did. And they were taking a look at it, like a real deep look at it during the game, and they still called it a fumble. I didn't get that. So because when you cross the plane, when you touch the plane, like the play's dead, it's a touchdown. So. Auburn. After that, Georgia went. After that series, Georgia went down with like 55 seconds to go. I think in the quarter until halftime. I think they Auburn. You just see Auburn making all these committing all these penalties like roughing the passer, passing. I think it was no pass interference, but just targeting. It like you can just tell Auburn was just not there mentally and Auburn lost because their offense couldn't really do anything. Except in the first quarter. They scored 7 points on Georgia, and Auburn's offense is just not good. So I just knew right then and there they were beat. So. LSU, I didn't watch this game. They beat South Carolina 20-10. They beat. It looks like the same score from the Florida and LSU game, like a few weeks ago. BYU beats Arizona in overtime, and then Utah just manhandles number 21 Arizona State. I really don't pay attention to the Big 12. I'm not really interested in it, but. Yeah, that's really all I got. Kind of a good week of college football. Very interesting. You had some interesting matchups like us and Ohio State and Illinois, Indiana and Oregon, Oklahoma and Texas. I did not expect that outcome at all. USC and Michigan, Auburn versus Georgia. I did pick Georgia to struggle, but I still thought they would win. And it was a dirty win, but hey, it is what it is. A win is a win. yeah, so that's really it for was it week 7? Yeah, week 7. Yeah, that's really it for week 7. Great week. Now Ohio State, they play Wisconsin next week. Who? Hold on, I did see this. It just shocked me. Iowa beat Iowa beat Wisconsin 37-0 on the road. I just wow. Yeah, they scored 17 points in the first quarter. And they just rolled rolled Wisconsin after that. So yeah, I'm not gonna overlook Wisconsin like they're a bad team because I still think they're gonna come out with some fight in them when we come to town next week. So like, yeah, I hope Ryan Day and the players is like, hey, we gotta still be in our A game because like they're playing the number 1 team in the country. They ain't got nothing to lose. They just got embarrassed this week or last week. When they say it this week. So we just gotta come out ready, come out fast, come out physical. Don't even give them any room to breathe. Yeah, don't give them. That's the one thing I don't want. Don't give the inferior team hope. Just don't give them hope. That's why I was worried about for the Ohio game, the Ohio U game. I just didn't want them to have hope. And like I would say, like to the first to the third quarter, we gave Ohio U hope, and I didn't like that. I just didn't like that at all. And you saw Ohio got that one touchdown on us in that third quarter and to open the third quarter, and like Jesus, man, like come on. I like y'all should expect this. I don't understand like why even give these inferior teams hope. Just knock them out and let's just move on. Like if you go up by like I don't know 17 points or something in like in the second quarter, I'm like yeah they're gonna quit. They're gonna quit. Especially if you go up like 20-0. Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna quit. So yeah, we just need to do that. I know it's on the road. It's like a 3:30 game. I'm surprised it's not like a night game. The place is probably gonna be rocking. Probably not. I don't know. The fans are probably like Penn State fans that just lost hope and just not show up to the game. Or even Oklahoma State fans like just not. We're 2-4. We suck. So, yeah, like what's the point of showing up at that point? And that's really all I have right now. Again, for next week, you just need to start fast and early on Wisconsin. Not give them hope. Just knock them out early, and we'll just escape with a W. Now, Wisconsin's defense, even though they did give up 37 points to Iowa, which is shocking to me, they're still a good defense. They're still decent up front. They're very physical. Now I need to see these highlights from the Iowa game, but yeah, they're still I think they're still a physical team. They're going to give us a battle, and that's what I have for this one. Go Bucks.